of buzz fries when back at blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely, hopefully, just thank you for just riding with me on my journey. It takes a lot to go ahead and open up to the world, but we're all going through different things in life, and it is going to bring us towards blessings on many levels. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. Um, and if you have been watching for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life, and heading you towards positive directions. If you feel like the video is, informative, give you good vibes, good inspiration that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times at the moment and needing confirmation and validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It is so greatly appreciated. And I hope that you're able um, to, you know, what is it, resonate with the content of my video. Y'all, I'm so stuck like Chuck. The music that I'm listening to in the background is called Boost Your Aura. Attract positive energy, meditate music, 7 chakra alignment. And I will post that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101 Heyokas, Harshness of Life, got you grounded, connects you to your ancestors. And one that come before you and strong, it created a strong foundation. It's so true. Y'all was watching what is it, Black Ink from New York. I love that show. And they went to Hawaii, and they were doing they were hooking up with I think there's called, what is it, K Kaku. I think that's how you pronounce it, K Kaku or something like K Kwa. I think use the hammer and all that stuff. I said, nah, they do beautiful art, but that mess looked painful as I don't know what. But they were this guy named Walt, he got this he told the guy that was doing the video, I mean doing the tattoo, what his life was about. And I guess that's how they end up coming up with the symbols that, basically pinpoints, it unfolds a story that, you can continue adding on to, which was very tight. And it was like, I was looking up so many different things to where, right now, everything about his life was, where he had to struggle, he didn't want to live, and he finally got back to where he was aligned. So it's like, just to be able to see, Walt getting married to, his wife and everything, I was so happy for him because I seen him at his lowest point. And, it's really hard because I can totally relate when you're putting your experiences, your personal experiences. Let me turn this down a little bit. We all have dealt with things in our life that we are not proud of. We have done things. We have made bad decisions, poor choices, connected with people that has really threw you for a loop. But all these things have taught you. All these things has happened. That's why I always tell people, never wish you didn't do certain things, never wish you didn't connect with certain people, because all these people have, either they learned something off of you or you learned something off of them. And you can truly appreciate those things. I always tell people, that's what we do. We're supposed to make mistakes so you can learn by them, live by them. So in case certain things would like this help to really relive that point. But that's the things that, when certain things you need to look up for, because with us being empath, we tracked all type of daggone folks, and it's just like, dang, why didn't I see this? I always tell people, don't feel stupid, don't feel naive. These things you had to go through. I look at my life, I was reading a different thing that, universe guided me to talk about, attachments too. It said, be honest, if you determine what they got, you know what they're about. One, haul in some kind of way, give you the strength that you needed. Anything that you were lacking, it helped you align yourself, and it gave you balance. Your ancestors, our ancestors, are guiding us mission. You can't be on that mission if you never, experienced any kind of struggle, have been to that point where you are at rock bottom. They're using every one of our lives as an example that even though you have been at your lowest of lows, it's all up to you about the choices you make. You can either stay at the low because you don't like the fact of change, or you can allow yourself to be humble. Humble yourself, humble thyself, and allow yourself to grow. You know, don't give a damn about what people tell you what you can and can't do. God has the last say. Universe has the last say. They can't open doors for you that universe can't. Just because their dreams didn't make it and fell out because they did not like that change. They do have people that are in your life that are challenging you, make you feel like you're worthless, make you feel like they're you're supposed to be beneath them. Those are the things that's going to strengthen you. And a lot of times it's like we'll be at that point where we can be in our rooms filled with heartache and pain and asking God, this is not what I asked for. I asked you to help strengthen me through these hard times. I prayed for that person that kept on trying to hurt me. And then all of a sudden, all that weight came heavy on you. Trust and believe. Universe and God are not blind to what you are going through. They see every tear you have cried, every time your heart got broken. But for you to be able to become strong, you had to face some very harsh stuff. Very harsh stuff. They're asking, they're answering your prayers, but this is the way they're answering them. If you want to become strong, you have to face some things where you have no choice but to grow up. You have no choice but to change. You have no choice but to stay focused on where you're trying to go, because those things start coming at you hard, 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 hard. So I can go. And those are the things that ground you. Because when this stuff pops off, I'm telling you, anybody that come at you is like throwing a grape at you. You're like, okay, that's all you got. Or that little, it's like a punch. And you're like, oh, ow, ow. That kind of tickled a little bit. Maybe a little itch, but it was a tickle a little bit. It makes you unbreakable. At times we feel like we're broken. And it's not the fact of you being broken. It broke away the things that reflect. You're not reflecting yourself. Validation, self love, confidence, faith, all these different things you have broke away from. If you're breaking or you feel broken, it's only, you can't break. You know what I'm saying? Even though there are certain circumstances you may have been in that has tore you up in some kind of way, but that had to strip away everything that is you've been molded out to be. How, your abusers kept, adding on, concrete. You'll never be this, you'll never be that, you're worthless, you don't matter. Why are you still here? How come you haven't killed yourself off yet? All these different things. They seen that good in you. They seen that in you, and they wanted to break you away from it because they envied the hell what you had. They want to go ahead and press that on there to the point that I've gone through. Even though those things have hurt me to the core. And people that have been with me for a while, what I've gone through. From what I'm telling you, I've been through more, but it wasn't at that point. If I know I'm going to become at peace with things, I will only as an example. When you allow yourself to really step back and see what is taking place in your life, that shows nothing but strength. That when you're still here and you can reflect everything that you have gone through. It may be hard, it may make you angry, but those that don't allow yourself to be angry for what has happened, use that anger for being hungry to have that determination and motivation to get you into a better place. You're not doing this to prove to them that you can do that. You're doing it to prove to yourself, I'm nothing about what they said I was. Anything that wasn't holding a purpose of good love or good intentions ain't about to bust me. That's only going to elevate me. Just because of all the things you said about that, I'm proving to myself I'm nothing about what you placed on me. I'm nothing about what you wanted to project towards others about me. I'm me and I'm better. You go through all these different things. Right now, it's like reflection. History of awakening. Everybody's facing the ugliness that they carry. If you're that person that run off of ego and want to keep, pushing stuff in people's faces and stuff like that, because that's where you receive power. Okay. You keep doing that and you see where it gets you. Things happen in the craziest ways. A lot of times You get placed in situations, things get rubbed in your face just to see how you're going to react to them. And that's how you become your strength. And at times, yes, it does feel unfair, especially when it comes to people that live in hellish situations on purpose, because that's how they like to disrupt everybody's lives. And it's like you can see a person, it's like things that they have taken you through, because those are the things that brought you your strength. It wasn't to the point where when you heal, you cut yourself out of, doing things that will make things better for you. Because a lot of times people can go through really rocky relationships, coming out of abusive relationships, and cut themselves off from world. I had I don't even call her a friend no more, but she showed me truth. It was a inner actor, and I'll put it that way, inner actor, that the man of her dreams, that you know um that is actually doing good for her. As far as I know, I don't no longer talk to her, but she didn't even want to get married just because of what her ex put her through. She was like, nah, because it took too much for me to get out that marriage. And then you finally got somebody that's doing totally opposite of what that man was done, and you want to allow yourself to make this person that actually worships the footsteps you walk on, and you like, nah, I don't want to get married. And I'm like, you know what, that's all on you. You only can lead somebody to where you can drop that seed, and when it's ready to grow, it'll grow. you know but it's all about the harshness in life, the things that we felt like broke us, the things that felt like we didn't know if we could ever heal from. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, your loved ones that has passed that hold you dear, were all there to assist you, even when it felt like you were a million ways by yourself. I felt like I was alone in the world. Being able to know, what has taken place in my life, and asking God, if you really exist, why would you allow these things? God abandoned me in so many different. When I tried to kill myself, I used to cry and saying God didn't want me, you know. And then when I allowed myself to understand, a lot of times we don't know that our struggle, our dark sides, that we truly reflect, and we're open to reflecting on other people. You don't realize your tragedy becomes somebody else's blessing, because they seen, you know, if you've been with me longer than a year, you're gonna see so many different shades of me. Even if you're new, when you go back and see videos that were very old, I was in a very dark place. In a very dark place. I got high, just for me to not even want to feel that pain, because knowing that you trusted somebody that you looked up to, I really respected my mom's ex-husband. I can't even stomach the fact of even calling him my father, my dad. That dude is just like a face in the crowd to me, you know and it don't hold no weight on my heart no more. But just to know that you were willing to emotionally and mentally break me, just to make sure your wife was able to live good off of something that was given to me by my biological father, you know, and it really, really took me there, really, really took me there. And there's many days I sat here and cried and said, life is not fair. Nobody knows what I deal with. Nobody holds that pain, that burden that I have to bear, looking in the mirror every day, knowing that you blame me because I look like somebody that you were jealous of. I sound like him. I acted like him. And you hated me for that. So you took it out on me because you were jealous of my biological father. So it was just like, for me to have to really face this, I had to allow myself to know, even though I felt like I was abandoned by God, that was his way of strengthening me. And a lot of times we don't understand that. We be feeling like, F God, God ain't about nothing. People have said that. I've heard them say that. And there's at times I felt that way as well. But then I had to allow myself to be humble, really be humble. And it's just like, it's up to me if I'm going to allow this situation to swallow me whole, even when I want it to. There's times I done cut my wrist so many times, overdosed on pills, took over 300 pills in one day, and all I had was a little high. You talking about I was pissed off. I wake up and there's a whole bunch of white folks around me, and it ain't nothing against white people because I love them. But it was like when you in my house and I don't know what you here for, and I'm high. I'm like, hold up, what the hell you doing in here? Is this a wet dream and a nightmare? What's going on? So going through all these different things, I used to get angry. I said I was going to have a tattoo saying God didn't want me and the devil was scared of me. It was at that point. It was really at that point, because that's how I viewed life. That's how I seen life. But I allow myself to know, if you want better, you have to create better. You have to view. You have to place your mind on something that is nourishing, not the ones that are hindering. You see those different things that's taking place in your life, and now when they come up, and I tell myself, you know what? These are the certain things that I had to endure just to help me. These are the things that has taken me, and I use it as a milestone. You may see me struggle, but you ain't gonna see me quit. People prayed for my downfall. They used to send me in certain directions just because they seen what was for me, you know. And it's sad when my situation became all about them. Even when I've gave my heart, been the friend that they never had, you know. And it was sad. It made me, distance myself from people, not allowing people to really get in, because there was so many people that stabbed me on my back when they seen I was telling the truth, you know. And it really made me feel like I was in a life of my own, even when it was coming and connecting to family, family, blood family. And they stabbed me in the back the same way and then try to discredit me. All those different things. And I had to allow myself to see, you were a threat. You have always been a threat. But you can't allow somebody else's ego, somebody's evilness, somebody's, low self-esteem feed off of what you're trying to go to. That should make you want to really allow yourself to remain focused on what you're trying to birth of yourself, what you're trying to create of yourself, that foundation that you're trying to make, brick by brick, piece by piece. Those are the things. It makes you feel like you're alone in the world, but you're truly not. You hear somebody else's story and it makes you quiet real quick, like that. Made me feel like I was being petty Betty all daggone day. When you hear about somebody, I'm like, damn, you went through what? But it's just like when I see these different things, I had to allow myself, when you say it so many times, you have to start believing that. I have to know that my life is going to be better, even though my connection was shattered for a while when it came to my dad. That love is something that they could never take away. That bond is very strong. No, and it is just like, when it comes, there was so many people that reached out to me, so many people calling, or not calling, but, just texting me saying, hey, they're doing a tribute for your dad. And it was like, when it comes to like his birthday or his anniversary of transition, I tend to be to myself. I really tend to be by myself. And, it was just like all that day, I kept hearing him, I kept smelling him, seeing him in my head, telling me, you're not by yourself, I'm here. I would have did anything to be there, and you know that. And as soon as that, my phone just started shaking. Um, but it's just like, I told my dad, I know you would have. And he's just like, I hate to see you cry. I hate to see you feel this way. He's like, don't miss me. I'm always here. We'll meet again. Even if it's on the other side, we'll meet again. Physically, I'm always here. You know, and it really, it helped me. That you're always with me spiritually. You're always with me telepathically, and held responsible for that. You know, and it's just like when I allowed myself to really look at things that really reflect, somebody, your family lied to you. It's like the parent that you fought was the opposite. Because I treated my mom like crap. I really did, because her husband made it seem like she didn't want me to know about anything. He wanted to let us get into that point where I was about to move to Minnesota. We were all about to move because he said, you don't have to pay rent, you don't have to do this. I just want to see my daughter. Paisley Park. And we were about to go. He said no. And then he ended up divorcing my mom just because she didn't want that love connection between father and daughter to sever. But and then he flipped the script and made it sound like it was all her. And then my mom kept telling me, kept telling me, is he's trying to make sure you don't meet your family. He is very jealous of you and your family. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, why would a dad be, jealous of his own daughter? And then when I actually seen everything that's taking place, my mom was not lying. Was not lying whatsoever. And just to be able to reflect and know that there was somebody that close to you that was willing to lie to you, make sure they can break you in every kind of way, just to make sure their wife, they came in after all this, after me and everything, can live good because she wanted the best in life and she didn't care how she got it. You know, you were willing to break your daughter. If I said that was the lowest of the low, I said I don't even see him as a man. You're a bottom feeder. You are such a bottom feeder, and I seen him as that. But also, you are my reflection of something I will never become. You try to do me like your dad did you, and you hated me for it because my dad actually loved me, and your dad didn't. you know, so I had to allow myself to really see everything that taken place in my life, everything had taken place in my life, and God wanted me to really take a look. And it's not like, don't look at it the way it happened, but look at what it represented. That represent your strength because they seen no matter what I've been. And God was like, heck no, no, you're not today. I know what's going on. I see what they're doing, that you things that you don't know they're doing. You know, going back on those different things, it was just, the fact is, when my mom's ex knew I was trying to commit suicide, he faked on the phone crying, oh, don't do that, I hope you're okay, and then didn't realize his dumbass didn't, hang up the phone before he said the last stuff that was very incriminating. Did that sound sad enough? Did that sound like I loved her enough? And I was just like, wow, the devil made me want to think about all those different things, but then it also made me think about, he wasn't coming in my life to be my dad. He wasn't coming in my life to love. And when I tell you, I say thank you to that, I say thank you. I really, everything that you took away from me, my dad within spirit gained that all back from me. And he didn't even have to do that physically, you know? And those are the things that you have to really look in your life, see everything, but see it in a different view. Don't allow yourself to look at it in a negative way, but look at the things that you have been through. You don't realize you already conquered. Down to the core, tell them thank you, because that allowed you to see the true in you, the new in you, and all these, because they wanted that so bad and just don't know. Quiet as is kept. They could have been like that if they went. They don't want you to have. They don't want to see you happy. Nobody, well, whoever has been placed in your life that broke you in that way, that shows more about their character and less about yours. And when you get to that point in life, allow you to thank those people. It's just like when I last time I seen them, I was scared for me. I wasn't even scared for them. I was scared for me because all type of devilish stuff was popping in my head that I wanted to do. And that lets me know I'm so glad I'm not the old Roslynn, because the old Roslynn would have been in prison and just kikiing laughing while I had their head on a stick and wouldn't have cared. And that's the scary thing, when somebody is seeing your life and it's no longer, I don't care what happened to you. You can pee. I mean, you can sit up here and set yourself on fire. I wouldn't even piss on you. Would have kept on walking. But now I'm just like, thank you. Thank you for what you have done. Even with my relationship, I'm like, thank you for what you have done. Because you have gave me more power, and reflected that I have to really look, and it's like, do you want to be like that? Because that's how you're going to end up being if you keep allowing yourself to let them win. You're going to be just like them. I was like, ugh, no, hell no, and I'm glad I can really see my situation. And it's like, when I say that grounded me, my ancestors cried tear of joy. The ones that came way before me thanked you, because even though they had to thank me, I had to thank them because they were by my side. Even on those days I wanted to give up, they were always that positive love voice that it was truly needed to let me know, you know what, everything is not going to always be this way. Allow yourself to see this as growth, see this as strength, and not as something as a hindrance. Allow yourself to see that. When a lot of times we don't understand how you can become strong, and you already are strong, we don't give ourselves that credit at times to know we're strong just because of everything we have endured in life. If you're going to see and allow yourself to go through that loop, don't allow yourself to go through that loop and keep allowing that same emotion that took place when that happened take place. But allow yourself to see, if you didn't go through that, look at where you are right now, and you still survived that. Being able to know things that you're searching for is already searching for in you, but it's already in you. The answers is within. you know and you have to allow yourself to know that you have built up a strong foundation over the crazy chaos that you have endured. Because right now, this is like the biggest spiritual awakening, the biggest reflection, because you can no longer allow yourself to stay busy, allow yourself to take your focus off of what has taken place. But now it's at that point where you have no choice but to, face these things, come to terms with it, and move on. You want something so bad in your life, but you cannot be able to open that gift until you allow yourself to let go of that garbage that brought you there. Appreciate that mess, throw it in the dumpster, on moving, so you can go ahead and probably walk down that aisle to go ahead and get your gift, because those are the things that's waiting for you right around the corner. But you had to be able to endure hard times, because those hard moments, the things that you prayed for to get strengthened, those are the ways you're getting strengthened, by everything being thrown in front of you. You had to be able to allow yourself to keep moving. When they threw a broken bottle at you, you got to just aim high, know how to shuck and drive, like my mom say, bob and weave. But allow yourself to keep moving. Don't allow somebody else's insecurities or whatever, they feel like you're lacking, you know, throw you off track, because you got to allow yourself to have that one track mind. And that is, you know, the victory. You already are that victor. You're going to overcome anything that's been placed on you. If you're still living from anything that has been placed on your life, that lets you know you gonna win that as well. So I hope you were able to resonate. Y'all, I was going to do some videos yesterday, but number one, my sleep was off. With it being my dad's anniversary, I was in a very somber place, and I just didn't want nobody to feel that. But being able to have that pep talk with my dad, I ended up doing videos, like 2 videos on odd time, and I didn't go to sleep until like 4 or 5 o'clock that next morning. And it was just answering all different emails, and talking to people on one-on-one. I always call it like a one-on-one or empath counseling. you know um and it was just like I just being able to give that good pep talk, good positive energy you can give towards people. So I'm not ashamed of that, and I ain't mad about that. As long as I know it's going towards something that's positive and not towards something depressing, I'm good. I'm so good. So I hope that you are having a good day, um making sure that you are allowing yourself to go through that time of reflection to heal where it's needed. Allow yourself to come to terms and face the things that has held you back for a long time. Because right now, it's like universe is hitting hard with that. So you have to allow yourself to stay in game mode. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to BHA expressions. Much love to you. I apologize if I did not pronounce that right, because if I say it the way it looks to me, I don't want to get tagged for that. So I'm not gonna do that. But Joseph Provost, much love to you. And Evie Harden. Yeah, Harden. I pronounced that right too. I hope I did. Much love to you. If it's you're new to the channel, much love to you and welcome. Good to have you. Um, Make sure you drop a comment if you're comfortable enough to give me a thumbs up, share, tell somebody about the channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload again. If you want to hit me up privately, I know there's a lot of people saying, Roslynn, I don't do Facebook. I do understand that, but that's only two between my email and here and Facebook. I do, but you don't have to have an actual Facebook page to be able to have Facebook Messenger on the app. Know you are blessed, uh, forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. Um, Let me see. Uh, yeah, I already said that. Make sure you give out love, light, positivity, prosperity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things can really help somebody a long way. So I'm do a few more videos. I'm still, tired and everything, but I'm just trying to make sure I, spend my time wisely and not wasting. So